What's up, everybody? Back again, Warp Charge Gaming. I'm George. This is Chris. James will be here in a moment. And this is Thursday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we do our talk show every Thursday. And it's episode 99, Chris.
It's been a lot of episodes.
Yeah, it's a lot of episodes. It's like 99 episodes. And now there's one more, and then we'll be at 100 episodes. That's pretty cool.
That's nuts.
That'll be triple digits. Then we'll have to always say like 101, 102, 103. Wow.
To start over, basically.
Wow. It took us 100 times before we could ever do that, you know? I'm looking forward to it next week. We'll have to do something incredible and awesome. I hope our friends out there are doing okay. Chris, for some reason, the backlight, it feels like you're in like a skyscraper, like overlooking like the city, and you're like an evil villain, perhaps, planning to take over the world.
I am in front of my porch.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep pretending that there's like a dystopian, apocalyptic background back there. And, you're living the high life.
Indeed.
For our friends that might be tuning in for the first time, Chris, we do this every Thursday. We talk about tabletop wargaming, particularly 40K. And Age of Sigmar and Warcry and Infinity. You know, I played Warcry, Chris, the other day. You said you played 40K today. Did you play it in real life, or did you play it in...
Tabletop sim.
Tabletop. Who'd you play against?
One of the locals from the Tennessee scene, John.
Okay.
John Heath. He was rocking orcs. I got to play against the new orcs for the first time, and that was cool. Gaz is impressively strong. It was a cool game, and... it was cool to see some of the new tech that orcs were rocking, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I look forward to trying that out. And I know there's a lot of people that are still picking up the tabletop sim as dates get pushed farther and farther for how much we're going to be on lockdown and things of that nature. But I know Bobby Halls is one of our longtime viewers out there, and he is just picked it up and looking to play. He's been shooting me some messages. I'm like, yo, let's go, let's get down. I look forward to. We just filmed a Heretic Hornet this past week on the channel. That was really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
On Discord today.
Oh, cool. Have you got a chance to see that one, Chris? You tuned in a little bit live.
Yeah, I tuned in live for that one a little bit.
The Space Wolves did it again. You know, I'm not the Space Wolves versus Nids. Currently, I'm only not feeling super threatened by the Tyranids, but with the Space Wolves right now.
It's honestly not my favorite army to fight against.
Not feeling super threatened. Now, but I do look forward to trying some more matchups, with it. But like, I'm kind of I played it a whole bunch of times, the Space Wolves, and I guess the next thing I'm going to play is just the 3 Lord of Skull list for some funsies to change it up. Got to get James up in there and get him played with. I did get set up with the. We are starting to ramble just a bit. We've been playing a lot of Tabletop Simulator, friends. For those that aren't aware, it is a game. It's basically to play tabletop war games in a virtual reality environment. And I wonder, nowadays, like the VR headsets and everything is a pretty big deal. There is totally like VR mode, right? Like you could play that.
There is VR mode in Tabletop Sim.
That'd be pretty wild to actually roll the dice, right?
That'd be crazy, actually. I hadn't actually contemplated like the implications of getting to use it for like 40K, but that would be odd.
Would you actually get to roll the dice, or would you more or less be like clicking buttons and watching the dice roll?
Oh, you should totally be able to pick them up. Yeah, I mean, it's all there's all the physics are built into the environment. You should be able to move the models with your hands and roll the dice, depending on how how accurate it is. I'd be curious how clean the experience is to actually, because imagine, the more we get to this Ready Player One style lifestyle here, sitting, I was like, imagine trying to pick up the dice with VR. Oh boy, it could be a real pain in the ass. But I mean, games, nowadays, like the new Half-Life game just jumped out for VR, and I just know that the gameplay apparently seems to be getting more and more like people are talking about in the reviews of the Half-Life game that they were enjoying just moving around the environment and pushing stuff around and playing with stuff, and couldn't believe how interactive it really felt like to have your hands wrapped around things or splat a fly that comes at you or something. Panicked by all the models, Andrew says. But yeah, so we've been playing a lot of tabletop sim, and it's been fun to get a lot of challenges on with folks that we don't always get to play. And we're about to get James set up with it. One of the cool things that I got talked into, that Chris, you dived into out of us first, was that Battlescribe to Tabletop Simulator. That is a pretty cool modification that wasn't around back when we first got into it a couple years ago.
I love it, man. It's
pretty cool.
It's great.
Yeah, so for just to pass on some heads up, like we try to do on the show, Battlescribe to TTS. I think it's like literally the number 2 TTS. If you just type that in, like you'll pop it up. Battlescribe to Tabletop Simulator, and it's just a little bag. How if you're familiar with Tabletop Simulator environment, you'll have these little bag widgets where you can hold. It's like imagine like a D&D endless bag of holding, like a little purse that holds your gold in it. It can just have an endless amount of shit in it that you decide to have in there. And it's this little bag. You throw it on the table and you pop in your code that you get off the website, and you get that code by just taking your roster that's inside of your Battlescribe app and pasting it into that website, or uploading into that website. And it's pretty automatic, man. The fact that you get all your models set up. I'm totally butchering like a nice clean way to say this, but you get all your models, you get this Battlescribe thing, you put in your list into it, and for an hour it holds that all the details of your list like in the cloud, and you apply the details of your list to the models inside of Tabletop Simulator, and then now all of the details, like including you can literally pop up your data card in Tabletop Simulator as if you were popping up and looking at Battlescribe. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's great. And I mean, like, one of the things with that additionally is, it's literally taking the stat lines and everything, and as long as you've gone through, actually setting the models to what they are, besides being WYSIWYG for your army, it's really convenient because anyone who's using the app can just mouse over your models and press 1 and get basically, as you said, like the whole data card things. Mm-hmm. I know, for example, like I tested out a unit of the shot cannon hive guard today, and like I don't know what their weapons do offhand. I've never used it before. Just as a quick reference, I think it's awesome for tightening up games, especially since a lot of people are struggling in tabletop simulators to kind of like get the pace. I know, like, I was playing on a ruins that I hadn't played on today, and it was kind of a struggle playing against orcs in that regard because there's a lot of models.
Yeah, hordes can definitely be a little bit trickier, but yeah, telling the difference between units. I was even seeing this one deal. I couldn't figure out how to make it pop up like my buddy had, but he had it so that like his when he went to color code his units, it had like a different kind of color code feature in there than what's standard. And as you move your models around, they would stop being the color of the unit when you move it, and they would get a glow of the color of the unit back on it whenever it got into coherency. So like when you're trying to fiddle for coherency, it would the unit would light up when every model was in coherency. It was kind of neat.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's like just a little cool little tech built into it like that,
It is pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I need that and magic sticks. I know that after the last games, I think the last episode we talked a little bit about it, but there's a magic stick ruler that I found in the Steam community library, and it lets you have, you just hover your mouse over it and type any number you want, and it makes the stick any size you want. And in a game of widgets, man, like I'm in love with my 1, 2, 3, 4, 6-inch widgets. The 9-inch cheat stick, you got to have them for those deep strikes. And inside of the tabletop world or the simulator world, it can definitely help expedite things to be able to put those sticks all over the place. Those 3-inch, I mean, there's so many things like the 3-inch heroic intervention, can't move within an inch of another model, could be within an inch of a model within an inch, be wholly within 3 inches of a drop pod when disembarking. There's so many little things that versus you constantly measuring for every model, this little tab, you're hitting like 4 keys to measure something out in that game. You can just have this widget and hover it over. You can paste it in midair. It's really cool. But sure. I've been able to use those tricks. What's more cool, the real game?
Oh yeah, man.
Obviously, the real game is more cool. But I don't know. Some of these things we're talking about are there's certain features that are in that game that inside the simulator environment that you don't necessarily have in real life. Like Chris was saying, he was playing with some profiles he had never used before, and versus having to check his, cross-reference his pages and stuff, they were built right into the model when you hover your mouse over it.
Over the model, yeah.
It's pretty cool. Plus, it's pretty cool not to have to be able to scheme an entire idea without ever having to paint or build a model. If you say you had a very expensive idea, you get to try it out before you necessarily drop a bunch of money into something that's not going to be any good.
Oh yeah, most notoriously, like one for Gene Stealer Cult right now, I need to buy like 9 vehicles for it, like 45 to 60 a pop for, and like. Not only is it an army I don't super want to play, but simultaneously, just not models I'm keen on, Like, I don't want to spend that much money on these models I don't want.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, we got the homies hollering in the chat. We had James Sheets out there. Kevin Leonard, he said, all I want for my birthday is to play 40K and big titty bitches.
Oh, yeah, it's Kevin Leonard's birthday. Happy birthday, buddy.
Oh, is it his birthday today? Nice. I thought he just wanted big titty bitches because that's Kevin for you, Nice, buddy. Happy birthday, buddy. And then Andrew Simmons, of course, he's promoting that What's More Cool, the real game. My buddy Andrew said he was sad when he saw the Age of Sigmar April Warp Charge gaming event pop up. And, of course, it's not going on right now, so he was sad. Sad. And then my homie Danny out there says, "What's good, George? Hope you're safe." Doing safe, doing good things, being at home, getting a lot done. I'm kind of getting, definitely want to play games. I feel so. I went to the shop and I played my buddy old Daniel Booth in a game of Warcry, and that was a good time. And it honestly motivated me, Chris, to Chris said that every time I beat him in 40K. In Tabletop Simulator, that he owes me an opportunity to play a different game other than 40K, right?
Absolutely.
And so I've been trying to get, because I love these other games. Like, Chris did venture off with me into Shadespire or Warhammer Underworlds, and now you play Blackstone Fortress, and we never got to play that together, but you do play that. That's cool. Yeah. I would like to go on that kind of to hang out with you I would like to play Blackstone with you.
That'd be cool.
I'd love to get that 5-person situation going on.
Super agree.
At the end of the day, though, I've been talking a lot of shit about trying to get Chris to play Infinity, and that was the big, what I was going to cash in on with the wins that I've been getting on Chris to force him to play a different game. But, dude, I want you to play Warcry, though, man.
Dude, actually, so this is relevant to what you were just going to say, but there were some teasers this weekend, and the new Warcry force looks really cool. There's some kind of they're almost like dark elf looking models. Looks very dark Eldari, kind of like Kamarad kind of thing, and I'm into these models.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I just only got to see it in a brief glance, so I'm trying to remember them again. That's awesome. Warcry's dope, man. And my buddy, Daniel wanted to play Age of Sigmar, but I'm not. And I wanted to teach you Age of Sigmar really bad, but I'm not super motivated to I think to get you to play, I want to get a good Slanesh army together for you because you have Slanesh, right?
That's fair.
But I played my Khorne and Tzeentch, and I played it all kind of rinse repeat, so I'm not motivated necessarily. But that's what I was telling my buddy Dan to play. I was like, hey, but let's play Warcry because so I haven't got to play Warcry since so many things have came out. We literally have the Khorne Mortals, the Khorne Demons, the Tzeentch Mortals, the Tzeentch Demons, the Nurgle Mortals. These are each different factions to play the Mortals or the Demons for each Chaos God. So that's 8 armies right there. And I just got my extra bird in from James that's painted badass, and I got to use him, my double bird man. Thank you, James. He looked kick-ass, and Warcry is fun as hell. The new Canite warband is such a good-looking model. That's what you were talking about, Chris.
I believe so.
That's what Andrew's referring to there as well. But, dude, there's so many new... And so, there's... I'm trying to think of the name of the book, but they had the Mercenary book come out, but then they had another book come out, and it had more missions. It put the rest of the factions in. The Seraphon, the Sylvaneth. I haven't even expanded it into the idea of trying other factions other than my cores. But there's so many ways to play that game that I haven't experienced yet. And I'm interested, and then in Tabletop Simulator, Chris, I found that there is a badass Warcry setup. That it's called just Ultimate Warcry,
Oh,
and
word?
it literally has in those little bags we were talking about, like just like the Battlescar to TTS, it has about a bag for every single thing in the game. And you can just bust out every card as if it blows my mind, the shit that we paid $9, you know, like the money that you're getting, the value you get to have inside a Tabletop Simulator is out of control, dude. Out of control.
Oh yeah, I mean it doesn't even compare on that regard, but
It,
I don't
it,
know.
yeah. I mean, nothing beats, obviously you're going to go buy the shit, you're going to want to paint it, you're going to want to play on the table and stuff like that. But the to get to experience that stuff, in a time where you can't even really get the models and go play with anybody, it's pretty wild, especially right now. You know,
It's true, man. I mean, I've literally gamed with people that have been furloughed and stuff like that. And it's like it's cool that that's something we can still share in, even though we're not allowed to like go out and roll dice, quote unquote. But
yeah,
I don't know.
it's not the same as real life. I mean, at the end of it, it would be interesting. Do you think that TTS could maybe prime people's? You know how there's always that weird divide where people won't come to events, and it's because they're not competitive, or they don't think that they play enough to play competitively. And maybe if they could get themselves primed up a little bit more inside the virtual realm, that they'd be more likely to come to physical events.
Probably. I mean, I think there's definitely an argument to be made that some people would come out that normally wouldn't otherwise.
Yeah, due to getting some confidence built up inside a tabletop simulator.
Certainly. Yeah, I think that's a factor. I mean, even like the guy who I played today, John, he hasn't really. I think he's gone to like one tournament in his whole life, and dude plays like 4 different armies and plays them all fairly well. Like he plays Sisters, he plays Orcs, he plays Black Templars, he plays I think some Blood Angels. And
Yeah,
like
think of the stigma that people get in communities about ITC. I've always been blown away when some people say like, oh, people, you know, like skateboarders hate on rollerbladers and rollerbladers hate on skateboarders. Like the narrative guys hate on the competitive guys,
yeah,
and the competitive guys are like fucking nerds to the narrative guys. And it's like, but it's crazy inside the fucking TTS how much ITC, like if you pick an ITC environment, it's totally laid out for you. Like as far as the mission packet and getting to have the deployment zones lay out for you like it does. So
that
it
is
actually,
super convenient.
yeah, totally could help train somebody who may have been apprehensive to it before because it's not as laborious to kind of set up. You know, it helps guide the way.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a backer. You know, obviously down for it. James, what you be quiet, bud. What do you think about all this tabletop simulator, Battlescript? Yeah, what do you
Thinking
think?
you stop being such a chicken and play me.
Oh, I need to play you.
Yeah.
But you were like, you only want to play scrubs and stuff, and like,
Yeah, that's why I want to play you.
challenge.
Yep, you lobbed it up. It was nice and easy for me just to knock it right down at you.
Challenge. Well, I'm gonna have to beat you down then, sir.
Oh, you could try. I mean, bring it.
Yeah. Well, okay. Wasn't that fearsome comeback there?
So fierce.
How is James' Blood Bowl? James, you been doing any Blood Bowl work?
Dude, I haven't done shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. You know, I thought I'd be more productive in this whole lockdown, and our governor said we got another 30 more days of this today. And yeah, I have not been productive because when you have a 5-year-old that controls your life, they control your life. Yeah. But Blood Bowls will soon be done.
That's cool.
Yep.
It's been a fairly hobby slow time, I think, for a lot of people. I mean, more so than usual because not necessarily needing to go to work, but like, I think like even just the desire for the teases and stuff from Games Workshop, like people are feeling the fatigue.
Well, I guess I don't hobby myself very much, but at all even. But I know that a lot of people say they get motivated by events, And
Yeah.
events are what they use to like make milestones for themselves and get shit done.
You're totally right.
So I don't know if that is a factor to maybe feel I've seen mixed bags. Some people are ultra productive and some people are struggling, and I guess it depends on how many 5-year-olds they have or not, and
Yep,
I mean obviously.
definitely.
Seems like a good variable.
I mean, if you got like 2 5-year-olds, you're screwed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I have not done a whole lot of hobbying. We lined up the last stronghold for Blackstone Fortress that we've been finally working up towards, so we're just doing the vault. And the teases they did this past Sunday showed that they are doing the very last update to Blackstone Fortress.
Okay. Say that one more time. I saw Mike's comment. The very last what?
Update for Blackstone Fortress, like the game is going to be complete as far as the Warhammer Quest Blackstone Fortress Saga, which is going to bring it up to something like, it's got to be like 8 expansions, maybe even more if you start counting the card decks.
Wow.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff, honestly. The big thing, like Andrew was saying early on in the episode, people are panic buying. The second this got announced, this is the last expansion, dude, people went and panic bought the crap out of some Blackstone Fortress.
Oh yeah, because it's gonna be worth something, or just for the sake of like, hey, this shit's cool, but I won't be able to get it anymore.
Yeah, basically both, honestly.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's funny. Do you still got the cultist? Didn't I sent you all the models that were in the Blackstone Fortress box, right, James?
Yeah,
Did you end up ever using any of them to be something?
the cultists.
Yeah, they're your cultists.
Dude,
Yeah,
they're awesome.
Nice. Did you do them all up awesome like, or did you have to speed paint them?
I speed painted them.
Yeah. I thought you had to rock some cultists that way. But hey, so they're really cool looking speed painted cultists then. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Do your work, Blackstone.
Man, I don't know about you, but the only thing GW I'm excited for right now, they announced today, is Risk.
I saw that too. That looked cool.
Like, that's the Risk I'm going to introduce my son to
That's fun. That's cool.
when a 5-year-old is old enough to actually play Risk.
Table flip. That is a table flipping game right there.
That's a fantastic game.
Oh yeah. I haven't played in years.
I was excited when they announced that.
I know our Necron players are also probably pretty excited because they got the pick on the upgraded Xeris.
Yeah, but every Necron player I've talked to is more excited about what they didn't release.
What, the crazy model?
No, the pariahs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because like they've like hinted at it. They used to have them in what, 2nd edition or some shit.
they had took him away in 5th edition.
Yeah, they want that shit back. Those Necron people. So supposedly the lore is getting rewritten so they can get those guys back.
Nice.
Okay, that's cool. I see Mike's hollering out. He's got a Monday challenge for me. Trying to play some Monday game here. James, we're gonna play ASAP, like maybe tomorrow, sometime soon. We'll talk about that, but we're gonna play soon.
Make it happen. Okay.
Next game. But the something to mention to you guys, there's a little bit of talk, maybe some peer pressure, if you will, to get us to throw a digital tournament. Do you think that we should throw a tabletop simulator tournament? I don't know, guys.
Who's giving us such peer pressure?
Just people that would want to participate. They're like, you should do it, man. People would play.
I mean, if there is enough pressure that would fill a tournament, then I'd be down.
Yeah. I feel like it should be during the same time. Like, do it like a normal tournament where everybody's playing simultaneously.
That's actually what I was about to ask, if you were going to do it like the Kill Team event. We're not.
Right. I think I would rather do it all at once and actually be able to jump in and out and judge it and shit, you know?
Certainly.
Just for the sake of to have some substance behind. I don't know. Does it get too whack to have, paid submission and like doing? There's people that are doing tournaments right now where it's still free and they're like giving away some shit.
No, that shit is paid for. Fuck that. If you want me to participate, you want warp charge behind it, put money up. Not because I want your money, but you got to have skin in the game.
Yeah. Can they submit skin?
Collateral.
You know what?
Can they literally just cut themselves? Would that count?
If it's
Then
got
that's the
some
warp
positive,
charge
what is it, corona antibodies, man, that's worth some money.
Okay. All right, so we're going to throw a tournament and everybody's going to get blood for the blood god. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Cue the Papa Roach. Cut my life into pieces.
This is my last resort.
Da-da. 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 Right?
Suffocation, no breathing.
Yeah, see? We grew up in the same time period. These are the...
I don't give a fuck.
This is the music of our day. I did it all for the nookie. All right. I think I'm going to put some music on, guys. I'm a little dazed and confused.
Wow.
So, George, what you been doing for 40K?
I've just been playing these damn Space Wolves and Chaos, man.
Nothing new, then?
Dude, this is what our show has come to this many weeks into the quarantine.
We're falling apart.
They don't even have Chicken Bone here. Like, where's Chicken Bone at?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I played Warcry. I got the Battle Scribe to Tabletop Simulator. I integrated all my lists. I got the Lord of Skull list ready to go, just cuz. And I got James's shit ready.
Oh, my shit?
Yeah.
My shit.
That bullshit corn list. And then I played the Heretic. I played Heretic Hornet. That was cool. But it was just another Space Wolf battle. And I guess that's the thing right now is like, I want to play Chris some more, but I'm like, do I want to do Space Wolves versus Tyranids again? You know, we've been there. We've been there. So, I mean, I would do the Lord of Skulls versus whatever Chris has, because that's cool. But then that's going to be a one and done, and then what am I going to play? What am I going to play then, guys?
You can play some Grey Knights.
So the cool thing about playing multiple games, that's kind of where I'm at. Is like I made some lists, and I played like 10, 12 games of 40K. I don't know. I played a lot of 40K in a row over like 7 days. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty saturated. I'm going to play
Saturated?
Saturated, satiated. I'm pretty set.
Are you emaciated?
Maybe it's time to play a different game now, you know?
Understandable.
So, yeah. So I like really want to play Infinity with you, Chris, but then I'm like, but dude, it's such a daunting task. And you got to be like wanting to do it, you know? If you're just like doing it because you're forced to do it, nothing's going to stick and be cool, you know?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to, I've seen at least one battle report where for like a losing condition, someone had to play Tau, and they just literally basically threw the game away with Tau. Like, if I'm going to play Infinity, I'm going to like give it an effort.
He's going to go for it, yeah. Michael Van Dusky says some battle tech. Don't think I haven't thought about, dude. Here's a weird thing too, man. So like I tried twice over these past like week or so since the last show to get into like a blockbuster video game, like some game from back in the day where I'm like, dude, I bet I'd love that. I should finally try to play a game. So I tried Dying Light. That's like that parkour zombie game.
Mm.
And then I found it to be clunky or like just not. It was way too much action to be trying to manipulate on the controls. Like I didn't want to get really good at this parkouring, you know. And I found it to be just kind of like up and down, up and down. I wasn't digging it, right? So I was like, okay, screw it. Maybe I want something more strategy. Cancel that. Then I get like the Total War 3 Kingdoms game, right? And I played it for like an hour and a half, and that started to annoy the shit out of me. Just like how long-winded it was, and how I was like, dude, this isn't. I'd rather just be playing Tabletop Simulator. I basically came down to both those games. I had fun playing Mad Max, which was like $4. But trying to play these other two games, I was just like, dude, I don't care. I'd rather just be playing tabletop. I've been having so much fun doing that. But I think I have to keep my excitement going by playing the different games that I love. And I haven't played Infinity in forever, so like I'm super gung-ho to play that, you know? Yeah, so that's, I don't know, that's just kind of where I'm at right now. Is I'm usually at this, the way that I feel right now is that I jump between different game systems, but I don't have all my usual homies to play with all the different game systems, because we don't have the glorious Battlegrounds to be, your shirt, Chris, is amazing. It's the glorious Battlegrounds shirt. I miss those cats. It looks really cool in there though, man. They've been doing a lot of work on the inside, dude. A little bit of a inner makeover there. The stream area looks especially incredible. They actually, you know, quarantine lifestyle. They actually pulled down the entire wall and redid the whole thing. Now that we had because we had like 4 or 5 more armies join the wall, if not more than that. Just a whole bunch more shit. And so it's now been categorized into like the proper Chaos Allegiances and the Tyranids proper and the Marines proper and the Age of Sigmar proper. So pretty cool. It's looking beautiful. But beyond that, the walls have been painted as well. And there's a really nice like dark red on the walls. So it really pops and looks tight. I'm excited to get back in there, man. Excited to get back in there. I think we're till June 10th. Like James is upset about May 30th is quarantine. Dude, before you got on, Chris, I think James said that there's $1,000 fine.
Yeah, starting May 1st, going till May 30th.
That's intense.
$1,000 fine if you're found in public without a face mask.
That's crazy, right? Like if you're not wearing them, they're enforcing. If you don't wear a mask, then you get $1,000 fine. That's crazy. Yeah. I have not heard that. That kind of blows my mind.
I didn't hear it until today.
Yeah, crazy.
They announced it.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah. My state, they still don't super care. They're like, we're opening at the end of the month. Get over it.
That's awesome. Because like as soon as they said that, I started printing Immortal Joe face mask.
Well, did you guys see the news of like protesters descended upon Richmond? Class 2 misdemeanor in Virginia, Andrew says.
Damn, I'm getting you records, bro.
Dang, that's crazy.
Illinois don't care about that record. They just want that money.
That's wild. So like if you're not wearing a mask out in public, they can straight up pull you over and be like, here's your fucking ticket? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that.
And I wonder how long you have until you like have to get a mask before you get another ticket. Because if I'm at the store, my ass ain't going home.
Yeah, like, well, shit.
I'm like, the store's sold out, bro. What do you want me to do?
I'm just gonna wrap like a couple socks. I'm gonna just tie some socks together.
Dude, you're gonna be the guy who ties his shoe to his face.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Might feel.
Yeah, fuck it. Well, yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
So Tennessee's all good at the end of the month there, Chris?
They're starting a partial reopen is what they've said. So like, I mean, you know, everything's a little up in flux. I know I saw something Battlegrounds posted that they're, you know, putting up their closing as indefinite for the time being. But I haven't seen much locally out here in terms of game stores and whatnot. A lot of stuff is still doing curbside pickup. And end of the month here, they're talking about opening all retail that can do curbside drop.
Yeah, in the ITC environment, there was the tournament organizer threads were discussing that, hey, you know, there's going to be some spots that are going to start allowing folks to start throwing events and stuff like that. And Reese was just like, kind of like, hey, this fucking, you know, this year's up in the air at this point, you know, like, or it's like, it's going to, this, no matter what, whoever comes out on top this year in the ITC based on what limited events actually get posted
It'll be a funky run.
There's a big asterisk next to the name, unfortunately, and that, you know, you can only take it with a grain of salt at this point.
You're an asterisk. How about that? I just fucking said it.
Dude.
I said it on the internet. It's live forever.
Dude.
So what you're saying is that the Warp Charge tournament is going to have one of the biggest impacts on this tournament season.
It might really, actually. We really snuck it in there.
Oh, I like sneaking it in there. But then I was told by the court orders not to do that anymore.
Oh my gosh. That just got weird.
Gotta get consent. First and foremost.
Dude, yeah, Bill Cosby in and shit.
No, never. It's always about being sneaky, not drugging them. Damn. Very, very sneaky.
Okay. What time is it? Are we doing great, guys?
No, we're doing awful. This is 99 is the show that hit the tracks, or you know what I meant.
I've
Derailed.
We're not doing great, man.
No.
We usually have a lot more to say. What the
fuck? Dude, Risk is cool. Necron's got a character. What else? Oh yeah. Theo on the tabletop. Oh yeah. The simulated one.
Yeah.
Dude, there's nothing else new in the world right now, bro. We're all being told to stay inside.
All I want is the FAQ for books that are already out. Like, I feel like the FAQ department should at least finish up the FAQ.
Hey, I just hate them lying to us and saying we're giving you 2 FAQs a year, and then they don't. Because remember, like last year, they were like, "Oh yeah, it's happening in March." This shit didn't come out till April. This year, it's like, "Yeah, April. We know that shit's coming out in April. COVID. All right." You guys get to see a model on the internet that we don't know when we're gonna produce.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were gonna keep going, dude.
Oh, dude, I don't have any more, dude. That's it. That's all the new information. I just filled you in on a week. Did I miss anything?
I don't know, man. Sounded pretty good.
I think I might have missed something. Yeah, I had to miss something.
You probably didn't talk about all that cool Warcry shit we saw, dude.
Yeah, I didn't see it because I didn't care.
I didn't figure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
Maybe we should start D&Ding, guys.
Dude, you know what? I'm never gonna do that. So what's the next idea?
Yeah, well, the other idea I thought is I could really go to the dark side and start playing fucking Magic Arena.
Oh, George, you dropped the ball there, man. What about the Giants for Sigmar? They got a whole army coming up.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie; those actually look pretty cool.
Those Giants are amazing, dude. Their size is incredible. Andrew's killing it.
It's a real big deal.
They're going to be the Knights of Sigmar, meta breaking. Cannot wait for the Sons of Beam. Yeah, they do look incredible. The size comparison was like the fact that they tower right up there with like Archeon and shit was what really got me going. They look sweet. Plus, they have like a little human clutch in the hand. It's pretty sweet.
I wonder how many people are going to take 40K extra knight helmets and put them on the Giants because they're basically AOS knights.
Yeah.
No, they're totally cool. I do want to see those on the table a lot. I would love to play them myself. Before I got into Sigmar, like I ended up wanting to, I wanted to get a whole new Sigmar army, but I've just been continuing to play Chaos. And I've ended up expanding a lot of my Chaos with Sigmar models. But the thing that I really wanted to get into the game with was all the beast, particularly the Minotaurs. I love all the Minotaur models. And they're just not that. It's not. If I just, I'm a opportunist. If I found them like built and painted, I would totally buy them. I'm not motivated enough to buy and get them commissioned versus getting some other projects commissioned instead. Yeah, I always want to play the Minotaurs.
All right. Well, so
and the Giants could go good with that,
Yeah. So that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
What are you laughing at, George?
I'm laughing at how it wasn't that cool, but I tried anyways.
Yeah, that's my point, dude. We're done. We're done. We're fucking done.
Okay. I mean, I don't disagree.
What else? There's no more news, man.
All right.
We are literally squeezing stones for water right now. Like, you haven't played any real games that actually matter.
Nope.
I haven't played any real game. Actually, I didn't play any games. I mean, 420 happened. That was cool.
What happened?
Monday happened,
Okay.
and it was exciting.
Oh yeah, 420.
But it was more exciting on Tuesday.
Now they need to get rid of the stumble rule.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Well, it's been a good time, man.
It was a good time. It just man. We're in a zoo that no one can go visit.
That's fair. Yeah. Well, I guess catch us in virtual reality.
Yeah, at least there's like a little Asian kid or like a really scared like black guy that like screamed really loud when I like walked up to the cage. You know what I mean? Like, give me something.
I don't know what you mean by that.
You know, at the zoo, dude. Ever been to the zoo?
I don't know. Okay.
I just gave you great racial stereotypes right there, bro. They exist at the zoo.
I got some sushi ingredients in.
I'm sorry I didn't leave with Carol fucking Baskin, bro.
I got to. All right, everybody. Well, dude, I think it's a perfect time. Let's see if I actually have it. Explosions? Ah, damn it. I didn't even more ready.
Sushi?
Hey, guys, you've taken fun seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see you next week, guys. All right, we'll be streaming soon.
Yeah, we'll still be locked down then.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll have more important games to talk about.
Yeah.
Or an FAQ.
Yeah.
Or maybe something big explode in the world. We can talk about that.
Yeah. Whoa, James. Whoa. We don't need anything to explode. Everybody stay safe.
Metaphorically exploding, bro.
Stay safe. Stay healthy. Everybody be cool.
No one spontaneously combusts.
Why do we keep exploding, dude?
I don't know. I thought it was cool. Later, everybody.